Hi, guys. All right. So I want to talk to you something a little different. I want to talk to you about self-acceptance, and I want to talk to you guys about how and why you guys are coming to me as a coach. You know, a lot of the times what you say is, I'm stuck in a pattern. And then you tell me exactly what's in the pattern, exactly every last detail, and why it keeps repeating. Right? So this is a brief, just a second, making you think for a minute. Okay. At what point in time will you realize that you hold yourself captive by what you've defined this moment as? At what point in time will you stop telling yourself the same story to release your soul from this prison? That's what that's about. Okay? So I'm not trying to be a coach forever. That's not my goal. It never was. All I want to do is help people understand how they're making their 3D boxes so we don't suffer. That's what's important, right? And so when you guys feel as if you're stuck, I want you to take a moment and consider how many times you've told yourself the same story, how many times you are surprised by the fact that it looks like it was there before you got there, right? And at what point in time will you hear what I'm saying, which is, it is not what happened in every single moment that should define you, but it is what you make of this past moment, the new moment, that counts. Because that's what defines you. You see, the universal experience is going to happen, and many times you don't realize what's inside the universal experience. It's happening to everyone at once. But see, what makes it valuable is how you choose to define the next moment. How do you use your conception of your temporary experiences to make it see it in a better light? Because if you don't, there's only two directions, okay? I'm going to judge this moment. I'm going to hate it. I'm not going to, say for example, you have a boyfriend who, or a girlfriend who seems not to pay attention to you, or drinks all the time, or I don't care what it is. Anything that you've defined as something you don't like. Or you don't like his friends, they're undesirables, right? Whatever. Whatever. I don't care what you've done, okay? If you continue to uphold this view, that is the world you go to. The shadow. The fake shit. Where you get to be right, but your relative illusion has been made real. This is why it's called an illusion. That is not to say or deny or bypass what has happened. You are there to fix it. How else are you supposed to discover your power and what you would do to enter the other side? Because God's ideas are whole. There is aspects that you like, aspects that you don't like, but they all go together. You stand in the middle and you define them so that you can recycle the no things and turn them into yes things. And so now everybody wins. But if we're doing the opposite of that and we're preserving it with our old story, we are preserving our suffering. It's not that I want to deny that suffering doesn't exist. It has nothing to do with trying to bypass what I'm saying, what has happened. I want you to face it. In fact, that's the hardest thing about working with me. I'm going to make you face your fears. I'm going to walk with you through your valley of shadow of death, through the other side of the material veil, until you have made it to the other side and you have universal dominion. From this point forward, you shall never suffer ever, 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 ever again. Why? Because you know who you are and you know how to define the next moment so that every single next moment is a pleasant experience. But if you don't understand that, you're going to be on this yo-yo cycle. Up and down you go, confused about what's happening to you, not understanding how you made your reality real for you. And so that is the problem, you guys. It's about self-acceptance. It's about understanding how everything is you. It's about not excluding the shadow. It's about redeeming it. What you guys have to understand is you are both God and Christ. Christ at once. Unless you understand this, it sounds a little narcissistic. It could. It can be misunderstood, yes. However, that is not how it is meant, because if you understand you are both things at once, then every single human being is of value to you because they are your body. You are here to learn how to love everything about you and to correct the judgment that you have cast upon your universal shadow. So you see, you are always on the receiving end of your own judgment. You get to live exactly as you believe. And that's why when you try and tell someone the illusion is an illusion, they don't believe you. They're like, no, it's real. Big mistake, babe. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is a snapshot, a temporary snapshot, a blimp on the radar of eternity that simply allowed you to be relative real by freezing a moment and existing there. That means that every boyfriend, every girlfriend, every human being on earth, the guy that cut you off on the road, every single person is you. There is no other way around it. If you do not accept this, then you live as a human and not as God. It's very simple. You cannot serve God and mammon. You cannot. You will hate one or the other. But you can't be you. There's only one absolute truth. You are everything. And you forgive everything about your experience. And then you gain universal dominion like a Christ on earth. So now what happens is every single person in the game, I want to describe the game. I want you to understand the game. I want you to understand what's behind the design. I want you to understand why you are rewarded for helping people, for serving them, for no longer upholding their illusions. Because every single person is your memories jumbled up and made into an illusion of another person. So now your task is find yourself in that illusion, redeem what you think is not worthy by redefining it, and now their little pinpoint of light gets attached to your body. And you start reassembling yourself, one piece at a time, until there is nothing left of your body. Your body is a shadow. You are the light of the world. There is no confusion at all whatsoever. And now you have steeped into an extreme sense of love. And all you want to do is be of service. You don't care about money. You don't care about attachments. You don't care about cars. You don't care about houses. You don't care about any of that because you know it's fake. You know it's fake. However, your 2% shadow identity now will enjoy the absolute best of everything. Not because we wanted it, but because it is a byproduct of loving our self-conception. Once you unlock that, you have everything. The dream life. You never act in accordance to lack because you know it's an illusion and you're facing the wrong way. You start speaking life into your world, and if you ever are confused about how it happened, find someone who knows what's going on behind the light. I assure you it provides clarity. It provides a good deal of clarity because a lot of times you'll ask me, how did I get in this loop? And what do? I walk you through your history and eliminate a lifetime of therapy. Light years of information get dropped into your world, and now your experience isn't half understood, it's fully understood. And once it's fully understood, you guys move past your imaginary 3D conception into a new level of existence. This is fact. This is how it works. I'm not making this up. This is what we do. Okay? So after you've done this, if you can imagine, if you've served your shadow, you go through their veil. Once you've gone through their veil, their powers become your powers. Now together you are activated and you walk in the kingdom behind the 3D veil, knowing you are the intelligence behind the veil. And so now you start activating people all over the place in a whole nother light. And once they understand they cannot lose, they can have it all, and they have all of their powers, it's a natural byproduct. So what is happening now with the people that I'm coaching is their powers are getting activated. People are developing sights, people are developing the ability to hear, people are developing the ability to astral travel, people are accepting all the things that they denied they couldn't do. It's automatic. It's an automatic byproduct. I didn't understand it before because a lot of people were asking me, how come I can do all these things now? And I was told by some people who didn't understand at the time, where they were trying to help me and they didn't understand, which were me, was that I can't do that to people. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because once you become this, the reflection cannot lie. So whatever you're holding in your place now becomes the other person. You help them achieve this understanding, and now you go consistently together. But if you're not sure of who you are, then you don't think you can activate others because you don't realize that the others are your body. It's very simple. Very, very simple. It's a very unique design. It's a very perfect design. It is the design of all designs that now will allow you to have X-ray vision, to see behind walls, to see time and space, to see the future, to not worry about a thing. You cannot ever worry anymore because you know what happens next every single moment. Every single moment of every single day you see in all directions, all at once. It is the most incredible feeling in the world. And at that moment, you don't think about things that you need anymore because you've already understood, oh, these are things in my field that are just supposed to come. And so you're not limiting or judging what is coming in your field. You're not making excuses as to why you can't have something. You're not blaming other people out there for why things haven't happened your way. It's like, it's pointless to do that. It's pointless to say, the only reason I'm poor is because the rich people take all the money. Do you know what a bullshit lie that is? It's a lie. You were told it was a lie. In fact, everything in 3D you were told was a lie. You were told that in the Bible over and over and over and over again, to the degree that you were told that mankind never woke up. Never woke up. Fell into a deep sleep, and if you search the book, hell, open it wide, keep looking, you will never hear the fact that mankind woke up. Because the end and the beginning have now changed. And if you understand the conception, you will realize that until we wake up to this understanding, our life sort of is half-assed. It's a mortal life. But you guys are God. You guys are God on earth, and you're here to serve your conception, and you're here not to uphold pain, strife. If you're seeing that outside, it is because you hold your soul in judgment, light it up from underneath, and everything that you see above that light will be exactly as you have judged it to be. And you get to be correct in your illusion. You do, except for the fact that it's not real, not even close. Because the only reality is what's behind the 3D material veil. And once you understand how to use it, you never get confused about how it works again. You're never fearful of a boyfriend because you can read his mind. You are his body and his mind. Or a girlfriend. You never fear what people are thinking. If people act against you, you laugh at it. Because they're acting in ignorance of who they are. Anyone who would harm another human being has no freaking clue of who they are. So, I want you guys not to be afraid. Not to keep quiet because you're afraid your shadow is going to leave you. I want you to accept who you are and voice it. You know, when I met John, I never hid anything from him. I'm like, okay, if you're transparent light, I'm going to be transparent light. And so to the degree that the man has always understood, okay, my baby's different. She's not like other people in this world. Like, I got that, right? That's because I've always accepted who I am. And it is because of this that I don't have the same type of issues in relationships because I understand how they work behind the scenes. I understand that it's always me. I understand how to love me. And so that's not to say that I don't have problems. It's to say that I know how to deal with them differently now, and I don't consider them problems anymore because I know how to be the solution. God's idea as a whole, remember? Only they both exist at once. You decide which one you're going to play out. Very different level of understanding. Very different level of understanding. Even the whole dispassionate thing that some of you are going through that you haven't realized that we're all going through together, that loss of love for 3D, this is a normal stage. Some of us are in different stages of our awakening. That is a normal stage, right? And so many of you are kind of worried, oh, am I depressed? Am I losing my stuff? I don't feel the same passion to do the same 3D work. No, of course you don't. That 3D world is dying, collapsing, and being destroyed. All the businesses are falling apart. This is what needs to happen. It hasn't worked. It's only made us miserable. These things have to happen. But if you understand what is going on, you will not get caught under the rubble. You will not get caught under the rubble. In fact, you will be busy taking the rubble and rebuilding it into something that you would like to live. And that's very powerful. It's very powerful. But if we don't, trust me when I say whatever you have judged will fall beneath you. You will go ahead and go live it, and it will destroy itself because only the understanding that is found in God is permanent. It's the only thing. It's the only constant. It's the only constant. And I'm telling you, this world is 100 million times infinity more than you've ever dreamed of. Okay? More than you've ever dreamed of is possible. It's to the degree that you deny its existence by accepting that the shadow is real instead of the light behind it. But these two worlds exist within one another. The 3D material plane, or that which fits into the palm of your hand as the size of a pea, if you were to take all the air out of matter in the entire universe and you would put it in your hand, is the 3D illusion. It also is part of your identity. It is the shadow, the valley you must walk through to face yourself to get to the other side. So there's no bypassing it. There's no bypassing it, because I need to say that over and over again. There's no bypassing it. You guys can revise, you guys can deny, but like a payment that's been deferred, you're going to pay for it in the end. Bypass, rewrite your daddy? Because, you had a problem with how he behaved or whatever. You want to add value, but let's just say we did that, right? So now we end up with a boyfriend who behaves like our daddy. Because we didn't escape shit. That's why I'm saying there's no bypassing. And so what you're wondering, why does these things keep happening, is because there's no revising. There is acceptance and adding value to the experience by not denying what you've done or what you've gone through in order to get to the other side of the veil. There's only one gatekeeper, and that's you. That's really, really, really important, you guys. All of your power is there. All of your power. And so, if you're in a pattern where men tend to leave or women tend to leave, or if you're in a pattern where nothing ever seems to work out, or if you're in a pattern where everything keeps falling by the wayside, or whatever the issue may be, I need you to remember one last thing. You are there because the next moment is unwritten. Your recording doesn't know what to do next. And so as long as you uphold your illusion, you will live in your illusion. But if you understand that the next moment is uncreated, and you understand that you are looking at your self-conception in order to fix it, in order to see it correctly, and not judge it, that's the other side of the equation. And then you enter a world that you had no idea existed. But is it real? Yes. It's real. It's so real that you can make things appear out of thin air and send them down to your little 3D avatar below. And the little 3D avatar will be amazed by everything that just kind of falls out of the sky. Why? Because you realize you are not your 3D avatar. You're the intelligence behind it. So you look down upon yourself like this. Hi, little ant down there. What's up? Oh, you need something? Cool. And you send it down. And then your little 3D avatar is like, woohoo, God! Not realizing the whole time it was you. You just needed to send yourself what was always in your vortex, because you are never not whole. Never not whole. So that's my little message today. I'll keep it brief, but think about what I've said. Think about what you're living. Think about how you preserve things in salt. And realize that you have the ability to make a new moment. To stop upholding someone as a drunk. To stop upholding someone as an addict. You have the ability to stop upholding anyone and anything, because you are judging your other body. So if you don't love that other body like you love yourself, why should they behave any less than what you have given it? Since what you give must come back. Since the only thing you're doing is looking at your mirror. Your mirror of your snapshot of your thoughts, your other body of knowledge, who is equally worthy of the kingdom. The truth makes you free, you guys. I swear on my life, the truth makes you free. So if you're looking to end this battle with yourself, understand how you uphold or how you enter the new. Since the only person that can ever fix it is you. There's no savior coming down. You have to realize you're the savior. Once you do, world changed. World changed instantly. You want to start a business? Cool. All the people will just appear because you are all the people. You want to pass an exam? No problem. Become the exam, become the paper, become the pen, become the passing score. Experience anything you want so long as you know that you are it. Yes? All right, you guys. I love you. Hope this sits in for a little bit, and I apologize. Yesterday I was kind of working with my new kitchen and having a romantic dinner with John. So it's time to get back to work and get serious, and I will be talking to you guys behind the scenes and setting up appointments. My calendar is getting set up. I'm so excited because the reason that I haven't made some announcements is because I'm waiting for this calendar. Once the calendar's set up, the floodgates are going to open because I'm going to make the announcement. So, all right, you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.